Subscribe to ForeignAdmits for latest study abroad videos and press the bell icon to keep to you guys updated.
To do so. So thanks Pragati for welcoming me to the platform. Brief introduction about myself. I'm a trained engineer, so I have a BTech in Mechanical Engineering. I have a Master's in Business from Asian Institute of Management, Manila, Philippines, and an MBA from University of St. Gallen. Professionally, I've been a consultant for most of my career. So I've spent around 6 years in consulting with various companies like Deloitte, McKinsey & Company, and KPMG, primarily in Asia, across various parts of Asia. For the last 5 years, I've been working with Metro. It's one of the largest wholesale retail companies in the world. And here I've been involved in various roles, and my latest responsibility is the Group Director of Strategy and Corporate Development. So that's my story in a nutshell. It has been on multiple dimensions. One is the more obvious one, which is restrictions on travel. The second aspect, I think, which has happened is the level of uncertainty that people have about their careers. And the third aspect that I've seen is, I would say, switch of volumes of application to more, let's say, from more traditional destinations like US to other destinations, which have traditionally been, I would say, on a lower preference on the candidates' radar. There are three essential shifts that I'm seeing happening because of the COVID. So if I elaborate a little bit more on what I mean, below the first one, which is travel restrictions. I mean, it's no surprise that, because of the COVID situation, there are restrictions around travel to various parts of the world right now, which is obviously causing a lot of, I would say, anxiety, or at least some anxiety on the parts of certain candidates who are waiting to get accepted to school this year. However, here my overall impression is, this thing is probably going to pass. It's not going to be a very easy thing to happen, but it will pass. But whenever it happens, we will probably see a very different sort of travel profile emerging for the jobs in the future. So if I were a candidate at this point of time, I won't worry too much about what's going to happen post-graduation. I would rather take this as a chance to enroll myself in school at this point of time, especially because while the wild struggles with the virus outside, you're relatively safe inside your school. You're actually training yourself up. So once the market rebounds once again, when you graduate, you will have a lot of opportunities to go for. So that's something which touches the first 2 points, which I elaborated first. And when it comes to the last aspect, which I talked about, which is the flow of applications. Obviously, there are one of the main things I think at least Indian candidates think about once they think about going to a school abroad is the post-graduation work opportunities in the country. And I think we're all aware of the shifts which are happening in terms of post-graduation immigration rules and things like that. So I would say, you have to keep yourself a bit informed because this situation it's evolving very rapidly. So there are countries like UK which are actually opening up more, and US is actually closing down its border a lot more aggressively than it was before. So as a candidate, you might have to think about what that means to you as to which market you actually want to go for your studies.